My beloved soul, listen carefully. There is a reason your heart paused at this moment, a reason your spirit feels pulled towards someone you cannot fully explain. And God is speaking to that quiet space inside you right now, saying this person is not a coincidence. This person is not a distraction. This person is woven into your destiny in a way your mind cannot yet understand. And the very thought of walking away is something your soul is resisting for a divine reason. Because what you feel is not ordinary attraction. It is recognition, it is alignment. It is something ancient and sacred awakening inside you, and you feel it even in the silence between you both, even when no words are spoken, even when distance tries to convince you otherwise, because something deeper keeps whispering their name into your heart. If this message speaks to your heart, comment "I receive this," like this video, and subscribe for more. And listen, do not rush away from this message, because what is unfolding between you and this person is more than emotion. It is a divine process that is still forming, still aligning, still preparing something greater than you can currently see. And if you stay with me, you will begin to understand why your soul refuses to let them go. You have tried to make sense of it. You have questioned why this person affects you so deeply, why their absence feels louder than anyone else's presence, why their energy lingers even when they are not near. And the truth is, God allowed this connection to enter your life because it carries purpose, not confusion. Even though it feels confusing right now, even though it feels incomplete, even though it feels like something started but never fully settled, because this is not the end of your story with them. This is the middle of a divine unfolding. There were moments when you thought it was over, moments when silence felt like rejection, moments when you tried to convince yourself to move on, to walk away, to protect your heart, but something inside you would not agree. Something kept pulling you back into remembrance, into reflection, into longing. And that is not weakness, that is not obsession, that is spiritual connection speaking louder than logic. Stay here, because something hidden is about to come into the light in your love story. Your soulmate, the one your heart keeps returning to, has been feeling this connection too, even if they have not shown it clearly, even if their actions seemed distant, even if they tried to suppress it, because they were not ready, because fear spoke louder than love in their life for a moment, but deep inside, they never disconnected from you. They carried your presence with them in ways they could not explain. In quiet thoughts, in unexpected memories, in moments where your name crossed their mind without reason, and they tried to ignore it, they tried to move forward, but something kept bringing them back to you. Do not leave yet, because their truth is beginning to awaken. There is something you must understand. This separation you experienced was never meant to destroy your connection. It was meant to prepare both of you, to refine both of you, to bring healing where there was pain, to remove what was blocking true love from flowing freely. And during this time, your soulmate has been going through their own transformation, facing their fears, confronting their past, realizing what they almost lost, and slowly, without you even seeing it, they are being guided back toward you. You felt the distance, yes, you felt the silence, yes, but what you did not see was the internal shift happening inside them. The realization growing quietly, the understanding that what they felt for you was not something they could replace or forget. And now, that awareness is becoming stronger. Keep listening, because this is where everything begins to change. God is not a God of confusion. And as it is written in 1 Corinthians 14:33, God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. And what you feel at the core of your heart, beneath the fear, beneath the doubt, is not confusion. It is peace mixed with longing. It is certainty wrapped in silence. It is love that has not yet fully spoken its truth. And that is why you cannot walk away, because your spirit recognizes what your mind is still trying to understand. There were signs, small but powerful, moments where you felt their energy without explanation, dreams that felt too real, sudden memories that carried emotion you could not ignore. And these are not random. These are divine signals reminding you that this connection is alive, that it is moving, that it is not over. Stay with me, because what is about to unfold will bring clarity to everything you have been questioning. Your soulmate is reaching a point where they can no longer deny what they feel, where the silence becomes heavier than speaking, where the distance becomes harder than closing the gap. And this is where regret begins to surface, not in a way that breaks them, but in a way that awakens them, making them realize that what they had with you was rare, was real, was something they cannot recreate with anyone else. And this realization is not comfortable. It is intense, it is emotional, it is something that pushes them toward action. You may not see it yet, but they are thinking about reaching out, they are replaying conversations, they are remembering how you made them feel, and slowly, the walls they built are beginning to fall. Do not scroll away, because your answer is forming right now in ways you cannot see yet. There is also something God wants you to understand about your role in this connection. You were not placed in their life to chase them, to lose yourself, or to beg for love. You were placed there to awaken something within them, to show them a level of connection they had never experienced before. And you did that, even if it felt incomplete, even if it felt like it ended too soon, because your presence left a mark that cannot be erased. And now, that mark is becoming a guiding force in their life, leading them back to you. You have grown too, you have changed. You have healed parts of yourself that once held you back, and this growth is aligning you with the version of love that is meant for you. A love that is not based on confusion or inconsistency, but on truth, depth, and divine timing. As Ecclesiastes 3:11 says, He has made everything beautiful in its time. And this connection is no exception. It is being shaped, prepared, and aligned in a timing that is perfect, even if it does not feel fast enough for your heart. Stay a little longer, because everything about this connection is about to make sense. The truth is, this person is not someone you are meant to walk away from. They are someone you are meant to understand, someone you are meant to grow with, someone whose path is crossing yours again in a way that will feel undeniable. And when that moment comes, it will not feel forced. It will not feel uncertain. It will feel like everything finally falling into place, like a story that paused and is now continuing exactly where it was meant to. And right now, even if you cannot see it fully, the shift has already begun, the movement has already started, and your soulmate is closer to you than you think. Not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually, moving through their own awakening, guided step by step back toward the connection they once could not fully hold. Stay with me, because in the next part, something even deeper will be revealed about what they are about to do next, and how this connection is about to transform in a way you did not expect. And even now, as you are still trying to understand why, your heart refuses to release this person. Something is quietly shifting on the other side of this connection. Something you cannot see with your eyes, but can feel in your spirit. Because your soulmate has entered a moment of deep realization. A moment where distractions no longer satisfy them. Where surface-level connections feel empty. And where your absence begins to speak louder than anything else in their life. They tried to move forward. They tried to convince themselves that they could forget, that they could replace what they felt with something easier, something less intense. But every path they took led them back to the same truth, that what they experienced with you was different. It was real, and it left a space inside them that no one else could fill. Stay with me, because something deeper is unfolding in your love story right now. There were nights when they thought about you, without understanding why. Moments when your voice echoed in their memory. Moments when your energy felt close, even when you were far. And they could not explain it, they could not control it. Because this connection was never meant to be controlled. It was meant to be felt, experienced, and eventually embraced. And now, slowly, they are beginning to accept what they once resisted. They are beginning to understand that walking away from you did not bring them peace. It only created a quiet emptiness that kept growing over time. Do not leave yet, because the truth of their heart is rising to the surface. You see, your soulmate carries a silent regret, not just for the distance, not just for the silence, but for the way they handled something so sacred when it first entered their life. They realize now that fear made them hesitate, that uncertainty made them step back, and that timing felt wrong only because they were not ready to receive something so deep, so genuine, so aligned with their soul. But God has been working on them during this time apart, guiding them through lessons they could not avoid, showing them what truly matters, and bringing them face to face with their own emotions in a way they can no longer ignore. Stay a little longer, because everything you have been waiting to understand is beginning to reveal itself. There is a shift happening inside them, a quiet but powerful transformation, where clarity is replacing confusion, where truth is replacing fear, and where the idea of losing you completely is no longer something they can accept. They are beginning to feel the urgency, the need to reconnect, the pull to close the distance that once felt comfortable. And this is not coming from a place of impulse. It is coming from a place of realization, from a place of understanding that what they have with you is not something they can recreate or replace. You may not hear from them yet, but their thoughts are already moving toward you. Their heart is already leaning in your direction, and the silence you are experiencing right now is not emptiness, it is preparation. Stay here, because what is about to happen next will change the direction of this connection. God is aligning something behind the scenes, something that will bring movement where there was stillness, something that will create an opportunity for your paths to cross again, not by chance but by design. And when that moment comes, it will feel natural, it will feel right. It will feel like everything that once felt uncertain is now becoming clear. You were never meant to chase this person, and they were never meant to lose you. This was a pause, a necessary space for growth, for healing, for understanding, and now that space is closing. Do not scroll away, because your connection is entering a new phase. Your soulmate is also beginning to feel your energy more strongly, even without communication. Even without physical presence, there are moments when they feel you, when your essence crosses their mind suddenly, when something reminds them of you and they cannot shake it off. And this is not imagination. This is the bond between you both becoming active again, stronger than before, more aligned than before, because both of you have changed. You have grown into a version of yourself that is more aware, more grounded, more ready for the kind of love that this connection carries, and they are stepping into that same readiness, even if it is happening quietly, even if it is happening internally. Stay with me, because something undeniable is approaching. There will be a moment, and it is closer than you think, where they will no longer be able to hold back, where the thoughts they have been suppressing will turn into action, where the feelings they have been processing will turn into words. And when that happens, it will not feel like a random message. It will feel like something meaningful, something intentional, something that carries the weight of everything they have realized during this time apart. They are preparing, even if you cannot see it yet. Even if there are no signs on the surface, something inside them is building toward that step. Do not leave yet, because the breakthrough you have been waiting for is forming right now. And when they come forward, when they finally reach out, it will not be the same as before. It will not carry the same confusion, the same hesitation, because they are not the same person anymore. They have been through a process that has changed how they see you, how they see love, how they see this connection. And that change is what will make this reunion different, stronger, more real than it was before. This is not about going back to what was. This is about stepping into what is meant to be, something more stable, more aligned, more guided by God than ever before. Stay a little longer, because what is about to unfold will bring everything together in a way that feels undeniable. You are not holding on for no reason. Your heart is not refusing to let go without purpose. This connection is alive because it is meant to continue, because it carries something that is still unfinished, something that is still being written. And you are standing at the edge of the moment where everything begins to shift from uncertainty to clarity. In the next part, you will understand exactly what sign will confirm their return, and how this connection will move into its next phase in a way that feels guided, intentional, and impossible to ignore. And now, as this connection moves closer to its turning point, there is something you are about to notice, something subtle at first, but undeniable once you feel it. A shift in the energy between you and this person that will not feel like imagination. It will feel real, it will feel alive, and it will feel like something is finally moving after a long period of stillness. Your heart may start beating differently when you think of them. Your intuition may grow stronger, and you may suddenly feel a sense of calm where there was once confusion. And this is not random. This is the beginning of alignment. This is the moment where what was once hidden begins to reveal itself in quiet but powerful ways. Stay with me, because is something even deeper is unfolding right now within your connection. Your soulmate is stepping into a space where they can no longer ignore the truth of what they feel. And this is not happening overnight. This has been building, layer by layer, moment by moment, through heavy memory, every thought, every realization that kept bringing them back to you. And now, that inner pressure is reaching a point where it must be expressed. They have been holding back, yes, but not because they do not care, not because they forgot, but because they were trying to understand themselves, trying to make sense of something that felt bigger than anything they had experienced before. And now, they are beginning to understand that what they feel for you is not something they can escape. Do not scroll away, because the sign you have been waiting for is closer than you think. There will be a moment when something external mirrors what is happening internally. A message, a coincidence, an unexpected reminder of them. Something that feels too perfectly timed to ignore. And this the universe begins to show you that this connection is active again, that it is moving toward reunion, that it is not something that has faded or disappeared. You may see their name, hear a song that connects you to them, or feel a sudden urge to think about them without reason. And these are not just memories. These are signals. These are confirmations that the bond between you is awakening again. Stay a little longer, because everything is about to make sense in a way it never has before. Your soulmate is also becoming aware of these signs, even if they do not fully understand them, even if they try to brush them off at first. Because something keeps repeating, something keeps showing up, something keeps reminding them of you, and this repetition is not coincidence. It is divine guidance leading them back to where they are meant to be. They may start questioning why they cannot move on, why no one else feels the same, why your presence still holds such power over their emotions. And this questioning is what leads to clarity. This is what leads them to finally accept that what they feel is real and that it deserves to be acted on. Stay with me, because the moment of truth is approaching. There is also something important about your energy right now, something that is playing a role in this connection, without you even realizing it. You have reached a point where you are no longer chasing, where you are no longer forcing, where you are beginning to trust, even if it is difficult, even if there are still doubts. And this shift in you is what allows this connection to move forward, because it creates space, it creates balance. It allows your soulmate to step toward you without resistance. You are not losing them by stepping back into your own peace. You are actually drawing them closer, because your energy is no longer tied to fear. It is beginning to align with faith. Do not leave yet, because something powerful is about to reveal itself. Your soulmate is preparing to communicate, not in the same way as before, not with hesitation or confusion, but with a clarity that comes from everything they have been through during this separation. And when they reach out, it will feel different. It will feel intentional. It will feel like they have something real to say, something they have been holding inside for a long time. They will not come with empty words. They will come with understanding, with emotion, with a sense of purpose that was not there before, and this is what will make this moment so significant. Stay a little longer, because the breakthrough you have been waiting for is now within reach. This connection is no longer in the phase of uncertainty. It is entering a phase of realization, where both of you are beginning to see what this truly is. Not just a passing feeling, not just a temporary connection, but something that carries depth, something that carries meaning, something that has been guided from the very beginning. You were never meant to forget each other. You were never meant to become strangers. And that is why no matter how much time passed, no matter how much distance existed, something always remained. Something always connected you. Something always kept the door open. And now, that door is beginning to open wider. Do not scroll away, because what is coming next will confirm everything your heart has been feeling. There will be a moment of undeniable clarity. A moment where you will no longer question if this person is your destiny, because it will be shown to you in a way that feels real, in a way that feels undeniable, in a way that removes all doubt. And when that moment arrives, you will understand why you were asked not to walk away, why your heart held on, why your spirit refused to let go, because it was never about holding on to something uncertain. It was about trusting something that was still being formed. Stay with me, because in the final part, everything will come together, and you will see exactly how this connection moves into reunion, into peace, and into the love that was always meant for you. And now you have reached the moment your soul has been sensing all along. The moment where everything that once felt uncertain begins to settle into truth, where the silence that once confused you reveals its purpose, and where the connection you could not explain finally shows you why it never allowed you to walk away. Because this person was never meant to be temporary in your life. They were always meant to return. But it's time with clarity, with intention, and with a heart that understands what you truly are to them. Stay with me, because this is where your love story transforms into something undeniable. Your soulmate is no longer the same person who stepped away. They have been changed by this distance, shaped by their own realizations, and guided by God through moments that forced them to see what they once overlooked. And now, they carry a deeper understanding of you, of themselves, and of what this connection truly means. They have felt your absence in ways that words cannot fully express. They have experienced the emptiness that comes from losing something real. And that emptiness has become the very thing that pushed them to wake up, to reflect, and to finally accept that you are not someone they can replace or forget. Do not scroll away, because what is happening now is the fulfillment of everything you have been feeling. There will be a moment, and it is already forming, where they step forward without hesitation, where they choose to break the silence, where they allow their truth to be spoken. And when that moment arrives, it will not feel like a question. It will feel like confirmation, like something that was always meant to happen, finally taking its place in your reality. They will come with honesty, with emotion, and with a vulnerability that shows how deeply this connection has affected them. And you will feel it, not just in their words, but in the energy behind them, in the way everything suddenly feels aligned. Stay a little longer, because this is where everything comes together. You may remember the pain, the confusion, the waiting, but in this moment, those experiences will begin to make sense, because they were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you, to shape you into someone who can receive the kind of love this connection carries. A love that is not surface level, a love that requires depth, patience, and faith. And your soulmate has been going through that same preparation, learning lessons they could not avoid, growing in ways they did not expect, and becoming ready for something they once were not able to hold. Do not leave yet, because the truth of this connection is now fully revealing itself. There is a peace that will enter your heart when this unfolds, a calm certainty that replaces the doubt you once carried, and this peace is your confirmation. This is how you will know that this is not just emotion. This is not just hope. This is something real, something guided, something that has been unfolding exactly as it was meant to. You will no longer feel the need to question, to chase, or to wonder, because everything will begin to feel natural, steady, and aligned with your spirit. Stay with me, because your love story is stepping into its next chapter. Your soulmate will not only return, they will show you through their actions that they have changed, that they understand, that they are ready to build something real with you. Something that is not based on uncertainty but on truth. Something that is not driven by fear but by love. And you will see the difference. You will feel the difference. Because this connection will no longer feel incomplete. It will begin to feel whole. This is the moment where the distance closes, where the silence breaks, where the connection that once felt paused begins to move forward again, stronger and more aligned than before. Do not scroll away, because this is your confirmation. Everything you felt was real. Every sign, every emotion, every moment where your heart refused to let go, it was all pointing to this exact unfolding, to this exact realization, to this exact return. And now, as everything aligns, as everything comes together, you are being asked to trust, to receive, and to allow this love to enter your life without fear, without doubt, and without hesitation. Because it is not here to confuse you. It is here to fulfill something that was always meant for you. This person is your destiny, not because it is easy, not because it is perfect, but because it is real, because it is guided, and because it has been shaped by something greater than both of you. And this is your confirmation. It is already on its way. Rest in faith. It is done.